How to feed a loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
My sweet pea loon.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Sweet and sugary. But anyway, we are cooking with peas.
Yes.
It's so exciting. And we're
sweet pea.
Sweet pea is sweet and delicious and English and fabulous.
Wonderful.
And Italian. Let's tell them we're doing Risi e Bisi.
Oh, Risi e Bisi. I always want to go Risi e Bisi.
I know,
right.
Bisi. It's I tell you what, this is easy peasy.
Yes.
Is what this is.
You're making an Italian dish with an English pea.
Yes, we're very cross-cultural here, and we are so Risi e Bisi. The translation is rice and peas, and so this is. I discovered this. A friend of ours in New York City turned this on. She's an Italian, and she said, I was reading the New York Times, and they were talking about Risi e Bisi, and I was like, I've never heard of it. And she said, well, it's what we used to have as kids growing up. And so I started doing some research, and it's very similar to like a risotto.
But not a risotto.
It's not really a risotto.
But we kind of make it like a risotto.
We like to do it, it's kind of got that creamy texture. Sometimes, some people do it with a little extra liquid, so it's sort of like in between a risotto and a soup.
It's so good. And these peas, they're like little flavor explosions in your mouth. You like bite into it, it just goes... Hello. I snorted. I didn't mean that.
That would be kind of weird. No, so these are shelled English peas, and they're at their prime in the spring, and they're picked when they're very young. That you can do this. You can get the peas yourselves and just take them out of their pods.
They're so good.
Well, they're best if you blanch them for like a minute, and then they're ready to eat.
You can throw them in a salad too. Really good in a salad.
But you need to cook them. But anyway, we're going to use them in this in our Risi e Bisi.
Yeah,
it's very traditional. And
let's get started.
Let's get doing it. So all right. So I've got my heat cranked up a little high here. So anyway, what we started off, we've got a nice sized skillet that I've heated a quarter cup of good quality olive oil over medium high heat. And then we're going to add to that like a cup of chopped onion. That's about one medium onion that's chopped. And then 2 ounces of diced pancetta.
Fabulous. The smell of them both cooked, it's just like,
it's magical. Now, if you want to do this completely vegetarian, then just omit the pancetta. No big deal. And we're going to be using chicken stock here in a moment, or chicken broth.
You can use vegetable stock.
You could use vegetable. Okay. So now we're going to cook, and this is going to go for about 5 minutes until it gets nice and that pancetta gets crispy, and the onion has really cooked down and is nice and translucent. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this in here, and we'll talk about it in just a second. This is 2 cups of arborio rice. You're going to want to use any kind of a medium to short grain, or short grain to medium rice, because it just lends itself to a risotto, really, which is going to make it really, really creamy and delicious.
Those waves in the risotto.
Yes, you want it to be wavy, and this is almost like...
We should stop calling it a risotto, though, because...
Okay, well, no, I know. It has very similar characteristics.
Yes. What's another rice you can use? What is it? The carnarole?
Carnarole.
Carnarole?
Carnarole. I always get it wrong. And that's harder to find here in the States. I never cook with it because I can order it. But arborio is very easy to find, and you can find it in most supermarkets. But anyway, so now we're going to we put this in the oil here, and just going to let that kind of cook and get a little toasty.
I love it.
We talked about our peas. All right, so now...
One other great thing I love about this recipe is the brightness of it, and you put in this wonderful zest.
Lemon zest, a little citrus to give it a little pop of flavor. Okay,
now what you got going on here?
Okay, so now what we've got, like I said, this is when you're making risotto or Risi e Bisi, you want to slowly allow the liquid to be absorbed by the rice.
Fabulous.
So, and it helps the whole process if the broth that you're using, or the stock, is already hot before you add it.
And it smells so good.
It smells good. This is just good.
Are you ready for me?
I am ready for you.
So you're going to do like a scoop every 20 minutes or something?
No, not every 20 minutes. You're going to want to do it. So the trick is you can go ahead and do a little bit more. So usually I would say anywhere from a half a cup to a cup at a time, and just pour it all in there. And then what's going to happen is that rice is just going to slowly start to absorb. Yeah, I'm
going to put this back on the burner.
Sure, put it back on keep it hot. It's going to slowly start to absorb the liquid. That's what you want. Now we're going to do this in increments, probably 5 or 6. It should take about literally 22 to 25 minutes. And as soon as that liquid gets absorbed, then we're going to repeat. We're going to do it again, and you're going to keep doing that until we we've got down to about a cup to a cup and a half of liquid, because that we're going to then add in at the very end to give it sort of that not quite as creamy, just a little looser texture.
And you
to
should
it.
stick with it. You shouldn't walk away from it.
Yeah, I would. You're going to want to be stirring it pretty continuously, just to help expedite the absorption.
Yay! This is so good, y'all.
Yay. Okay. This is one of those
wonderful.
things that's just like, it's magical as it happens before your eyes. So we've continued that process that we showed you, where we were just adding the hot stock in anywhere from a cup or half a cup to a cup at a time, and you'll see the rice just starts to absorb and it starts to become even more creamy.
Gorgeous.
And you know you're getting close when you can do it like that. And you can
leave a trail.
But then see how it just starts to kind of ooze back in a little bit. That's when you're getting close. Now, normally I wait and let the Loon do the taste, but I got it.
Don't tell anybody that.
I won't. So it's not finished by any means yet. But you want to taste and see what the level of
salt,
al dente-ness is. No.
Oh.
All right, that's good. So it may still have just a hair of a bite to it, but that's okay, because we're going to finish it off now with a little more. So we got these beautiful shelled English peas that are so vibrant. I know. And then we've got 3 tablespoons of fresh parsley that we've chopped here. That's fantastic. And then we're going to add.
You want some cheese? When do you do the cheese?
In a little bit. Yes, I do.
I'm all worried about the cheese.
I know. He's always concerned about the cheese. Now this is as you can see, is a decent amount of salt. Decent amount of rice. So we can take a fair amount of salt. So I do 1.5 teaspoons, and that's just the right amount, we think. Okay, so now we're going to, like we said, it does not take these peas long. And if you haven't had them, I think what we love about them is, so many of us eat peas that are out of a can.
Yes.
And while there's nothing wrong with that,
they're just mushy.
They're a little soft and a little mushy, and they kind of have that tin can taste.
Yeah. This is a great way also to get your kids to eat peas.
I'm telling you. And
you didn't like peas growing up.
I didn't.
Well, it was because of that mushy can pea.
It was the mushy can pea. And as soon as I had this, I was like, I love peas.
Nobody likes a mushy can pea.
I don't either. I really don't. Who does? Okay. So now, like I said, we're gonna use all of the stock except for about a cup, and we're gonna just pour that in right now, and then I'm gonna let that continue to cook for just a couple more minutes. Now you see the consistency should be, so they say that a good risotto has a very kind of like a wave, like it's like the wave of an ocean.
Right.
Whereas Risi Bisi, now I'll probably be corrected. Risi Bisi has more of like really a flowing. They're very similar in my book.
This is the way we like our Risi Bisi.
If you like it,
Bisi. I always add an extra syllable in there.
I know. Well, that's what you do. Anyway, if you really do, if your grandma made this and it had a more of a liquid texture, then add more stock into it. That's the way to do it.
Totally.
This is the way we like to do it. Okay.
When do we do all this fun stuff?
Very soon. So let me just do one more little bite. This should be really nice and creamy now. I'm gonna leave.
I can't even take it.
Okay. No. Okay. Yummy, dummy, done.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now
the good stuff.
I want to make sure I didn't. I think I was skimped a little on the salt. A good taste it. And like he said, if you think you need a little more salt, go ahead.
Add the salt.
Okay, so now we've turned the heat off. Now we've got a half a cup. This is when we really amp the flavors.
I can't even.
Half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, because why not? And then we've got lemon zest, which really just gives a pop of flavor that can't be beat.
It really is.
It's the zest from one lemon. It is. It's phenomenal. And then you just stir that until that butter is melted. Now tell them about you can garnish this with some kind of like fun stuff.
Yeah, like little bean sprouts. We like to use these snow pea shoots just because. Something fresh on the plate. Well, it's already fresh, but a pop of color.
It is, and it's one of those things that we're all about presentation, of course. So it really it just makes it fun. Now you see how that is really. You just wanted to have that kind of a texture right there. Oh, that is fabulous. Okay, all right, I'm going to spoon you up, Loon.
Yes, spoon me up.
Spoon me up some of that goodness. Oh, I am. This is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Have I said that ever before?
Yes,
but.
Always.
I know. And everything I serve you, I'm like,
perfect. I think that's perfect.
So this is great as an entree, but it's great as an appetizer before a wonderful Italian meal. It's so lovely for a brunch. let people just come and scoop themselves out some. Oh, it's so beautiful.
So adding just another little layer of texture with these snow pea sprout. Look at that.
That is a beautiful thing. I love it. I mean, it's so pretty.
Yay,
and it's so spring.
I just love the consistency of this.
I do too. Now you could add this. You could certainly serve some more Parmesan cheese, to sprinkle on top if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it anywhere around me.
Well.
All right, I'm going in.
Okay, go in. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's taste it.
I'm kidding. I can't even. That is so tasty. The flavors of I love the chicken broth that you use to make this.
Yeah.
Those peas are little flavor bursts.
The explosions of flavor. I know.
The rice is done perfectly, and then that pancetta adds that wonderful saltiness to it.
And the lemon.
The lemon, yes, all of it. Oh, this is, we made this the other day, and we made a ton of it. But what did I do all day? Is go back to the Risi Bisi and eat it.
It's very addictive. It's hard not to do that.
It's 100% Loon approved.
Yes. All right. Oh my gosh.
It is so good.
I just think it's one of the more beautiful dishes that we've done.
I really.
That is something.
And I'm starving again.
I know we always do this when we haven't eaten in hours.
Wow, Chris, that is so good.
Isn't it great? It's a great recipe. It's so.
The peas are amazing.
I know.
Now you can get this recipe on howtofeedaloon.com and many more.
And be sure to go to our social media, like us, share us. Like I said, this is easy peasy, Risi and Bisi. Make it and you will be so happy. Follow these steps and you'll get just the most beautiful, delicious dish, I think.
Totally. It's so wonderful.
I love it.
Make a Risi Bisi. I can always.
I wonder what it'd be like with Reese's Pieces. Anyway, bye everybody. We love you.
That's so silly.
Hey everybody.
Hi guys. Now if you want to be a part of the Loon Fun, make sure you subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you won't miss a single recipe.
That's right. Oh, and speaking of recipes, if you want another amazing Italian recipe like this, then just click right here.
That's right. Click, subscribe.
It's so much fun.